All right,
We'll
we're
see.
live. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, it's the Matt and Tracker Show. I really apologize. When Matt's talking, I'm going to mute my microphone because my landscapers decided to show up early this morning, and so they're out there. That's that noise you hear in the background. Here, I'll mute my microphone, and you won't hear it. And Matt will talk.
All right, yeah, I'm talking. So we'll give it a few more seconds, wait until people come up. But yeah, we were just talking about Bitcoin this morning. So I guess since it's on the screen, I'm going to bring it up. And basically, what I see it gravitating up here to 79,000, but it looks like it is kind of running out of steam on the 4-hour candles here. So I'm just watching this 75,750 level. If it can continue holding that, it'll go. But if it starts closing candles below that level, then a possible backtest could be there back down to 73,000. So we'll see. We'll see what early develops with this. But I do think the trend, no matter what, is still going to be higher. Just not sure if it wants to backtest first before going up. So I do like Bitcoin, and I think once it gets above that level, then it has lots more room to run. And Tracker, did you want to talk?
Yeah. Throw me up here.
Okay.
I'll throw up my let's see over here, and I've got the split screen running. I just want to announce to everyone out there today I won't be doing my online show. I'm going to be in Matt's special Patreon show today. Apologies, but I really want to kind of see what is going on in his show. I'll tell you guys all about it later. Let's see. Here's my Bitcoin chart. After reaching 73, well, I was predicting 73,990, and you see it fell just short here. Then it ran back to check out support again. We did hit 66,798, and so I drew. Well, basically, I pulled a bunch of fibs, and I decided that it looked. You can see it fought over 73,990. This is the 138.2% fib, and then now we're running a steam, as Matt said, and Kat was looking at yesterday, and that's sort of what his post kind of spooked me a little bit. I pulled back into a bunch of a big cash position again, just in case there's an opportunity to take advantage of here. So I think it'll come back and test the 73,990 as support next. So, and that was what Kat was saying. He thought maybe it could come to like 74,000. He wasn't sure. Maybe it could just keep going. But that's my thesis right now, is that it didn't quite touch 73,990. It fought over it, and it tried to get to the 1618, and it's fallen short of that. So I think I'd like to see it test, maybe exactly 74,000. This should really say 73,990, and that might be like a Sunday night thing. Let's see. There's Saturday. I don't know. It could be low on Saturday and then the high again on Sunday. Man, I'd like it to open low on Monday though. All right. Anyway, blah blah blah. And then after that, yeah, it just keeps going higher. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for my cycle to top out somewhere between 90,000 and 87,000 for this Bitcoin cycle. I'm sorry, not this Bitcoin cycle. The wave one. It's just the wave one of this Bitcoin cycle. Actually, it's a little nuts. Anyway, that's it. For now, the short term stuff. I'm kind of with Kat and Matt. I think maybe Bitcoin could start doing a little bit of support testing, and ultimately, I'd like to see it hit right here at 73,990 or 74,000.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I see 75,750 keep holding as support, then I'm not going to assume it's going to go lower. But if it does break, then I think it is going to go to 74, 73. But so far, it's not. So I guess it's support until it's not.
That's true. I mean, if you look at just let's see, this is a daily pivot. The daily pivot today is exactly what Matt just said, like 75,790. And then here's something that's more interesting, actually. I meant to mention this also. So for Bitcoin, this line right here, this is the weekly R2. Here's the weekly R1 way down here that we did go through earlier in the week. But this is also the monthly R1 up here. So for the entire month, all month long for November, this is the R1. So you can see it kind of teased over it, went under it, teased over it. It's still oscillating under. Maybe it could flag over. If it gets over it, tests down to it and holds 76,000, well, then it'll want to go to the R2, you know, in stepwise fashion. But right now, it's like both weekly and monthly resistance at the end. It's end of the week, but let's see if that doesn't have an effect on making you want to test a little bit more support before heading up higher. All right. Maybe should we do coin?
Well, I'm gonna just talk about indices real quick.
Yeah.
And just to talk about, today is the weekly candle close, so I just wanted to tell the levels what I want to see, and I want to see IWM above this 235.02, close above it. Then that'll be the first time since the all-time high, really. So that'll be a great level to close above for IWM, and the SPY. What I'm looking at ultimately is continuing above this. Just flip it to a support, and then all will be good for a while. So 585 is always going to be the target now to stay above for the weeks to come, to build that base on top of it. And the QQQ also 497, but even on the linear scale, it's really 504. So what I want to see on QQQ is continuous candle closes above 504.16. And if that can happen, then yeah. So all indices, all ETFs of those indices are looking like they're trying to flip previous resistances to supports, which is super bullish for the long term. And any kind of back test, I think, would be a blessing, but we'll see. We'll see if it does come or not. They could just keep melting things up. So when resistance levels get broken like this is a very bullish indicator of the future.
I just want to make a quick mention. One of my favorite analysts is Tom Newton. He also does Elliott wave theory, Elliott wave charting. Him and I have a very close mind. We're very similar in the way we hit our targets. And he is talking about how he is going to have to move his SPX level, his high target above 6,000. It wasn't 6,000. Now he's moving it higher. Mine's like 6,300. Mine's been 6,300 for a while.
Let's see here. Do I have a?
Oh, let's see that SPX target.
Yeah, I had this scan the whole time. I said it flipped it to that level to a support, and it's going to gravitate to the next level. Oh, where is that? Way up here, huh? 28,000. But that's in the years to come. Yeah, that's in the years.
But it'd be a smaller boat to get a closer target than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Monthly chart is, yeah, because I drew this scan on the monthly chart. So we'll just say the next level does sit at the arcs up here at 14,000. So, which if it just follows this angle over time, this will mean a 12,000 by November of 2039, which is not that exponential, really. It's not that high. It's very, very realistic, actually, for that amount of time. So SPX, yeah, the trend is your friend, but this is proof that, yeah, it's a new cycle, right? It's just flipping a level to support, so it's a new cycle. And same with all of them, right? Even I think IXIC, yeah, it's flipping that arc to support, and it wants to go to 29,000, right? The NASDAQ composite.
I really do. I take all the Fibonacci levels I do now. I just simply go to the pandemic low as the wave start. That was the beginning of this next era that we're in now. That we're just beginning.
Yeah, they're like things have really a lot of growth. So whoever keeps shouting that things are going to collapse thesis, I just don't see it at all.
Yeah, I've been like so yesterday afternoon, like I said, I kind of got. I took a look at my bank account, at my trading account, and I said, I just made 10% on $1 million over the last week. I really want to preserve what I've got here. So I pulled back into a big cash position. I'm just looking for a potential opportunity. I'm not saying that the market's going to crash or anything like that. I'm saying that I'm not willing to risk all the gains I just got I'd like to see. I'd like to look for a really great opportunity or set of opportunities to deploy it into.
Oh yeah. Well, let's people are want to know about Tesla a lot, so
Of
I
course.
think jump into Tesla. And guess what, guys? I know whoever's been following me for a long time, I've been talking about this blue level for a long time, and what's happening right now? It's breaking above this blue level. See, it was a breakout back test of that arc back on August 5th, and then now it's finally breaking above this blue level. And that's what I'm looking at. I want a weekly candle close above it for the first time since right here. Since September of 2022. So that is a full 2 years, more than 2 years that it's been above that level and closed above that level. It did wick above it right here in July of 23, but it hasn't closed. So that's all I'm watching. Basically, that's like 292. That's it. Just want to see a weekly candle close above 292 and build a base on top of this. I don't want to see it go back lower, but it could. It could go back to the 270s. But if it can actually flip this blue level to support in one go, that is super bullish for the future. So I think that's what I'll be watching for the rest of today.
Woohoo! Yeah, it could just do a little wick, or it doesn't have to. Maybe it'll just get over. What's exactly that level on your chart? Like
If I zoom in a lot, it'll be actually. Oh, actually, it's like 290.60. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
Yeah. 290.60, but I like it closed more above, like 292 and 293. At current price, 297 would be best, right? Just like a big bullish engulfing candle close above, then it has room to back test it in the weeks to come, 290s, and then flip it to support and go. So I would love 290 to be the new base for Tesla. So that's what I'm watching.
I think you're going to get your wish.
We'll see. You got a chart?
Sure. Let's see. I did a big post this morning. It's actually, oh no, why did I say coin? This is supposed to stay BTC USD. I'm always doing that. And then this one is it's a two charter side by side. So here's my Tesla chart. No, wait. The one I really want to show you. Well, all right. This is what prompted me, right? 300, huge psychological resistance level. Just the number 300 on top of everything else. And so we've been approaching it. Once price formed this base between 290 and 285, and it built a really nice base, and then just said, all right, screw it. It hit 285 one more time and then took off. And now we're stuck right under 300. It did like 299.75 here. And then just this morning, I was walking the dogs at like 5 a.m., 299.96. That's about as close as you can get without going over. And then immediately after that, price ran back down. This is my 15-minute chart. And here's my favorite moving average 75. You can see what happened. It immediately went right to the 75. Wicked off of it and is building back support again. So we'll see what we can get at the open here. But 300, it hasn't hit it yet. And the very first time it does get it, it could just put a toe over that and then start testing supports again. Or it could get way over it, come back to test it as support, and then move on higher. Now keep that in mind when I switch to this chart. And I worked an hour and a half on this chart right here, and I won't take an hour and a half to explain it to you. But basically, it's a bunch of it's two overlapping sets of these Fibonacci channels that we've been playing around with in recent weeks here. And here's the 0 set of one channel, and then this blue one is the 100% or the 100%. So oscillating between 0 and 100% are all these lines here. Here's the 236, the 618, 786. And so based on a retracement that we haven't gotten yet, but when I've calculated, basically saying if this was the 76% fib here, then my 100% target is up here at 327.06. And then following these Fibonacci channel fib extensions, I think it could hit the 786 right here on November 13th. That's Wednesday, next Wednesday, at 327.06, or it repeats another test back, and it could test back to, it could like wick down to 263.47 by November 15th. or earlier. I mean, I guess I could wick down and just run back up again, but yeah, this is what I posted this morning. This is kind of like I'm looking for either definitive it's going this way, or it starts to just keep following this trend down further. I'll keep holding my cash to buy into that. Though really, honestly, I'm ready to make a bunch more money on CONL. That's what I really want to do.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a dip to buy more too, but I don't know if it's coming just yet.
Yeah, and then these also, this is my attempt also. This might really, even if this hits, we could still get this, and if we get that, we get 327. That makes it much easier. But I think maybe 382.89 by December 6th, and then a test back. You know, maybe I'm being too. Maybe only test back to the 100% at 336, somewhere here or here. But a little bit of test back before it just keeps on going, and ultimately this thing goes up to 609. Nope, 580. 580.37 if it follows this channel. And that's what I got for Tesla right now. So I'm really watching. I'm watching to see if price action starts following this trend line or this trend line, and then you guys will know because it'll be like over 300, or it won't be over 300. That's my Tesla chart for now.
All right, now it's time for your DXYZ that everybody loves.
Ah, yes, the DXYZ was really cool. This is a 1 hour chart. Let me just turn on. I mean, you can see. Let's see. The 1 hour chart, it's basically been holding right along with the conversion line, which has been fantastic. Except that I wanted to buy it down here, so I'm hoping that we get some sort of crossover. If not, I mean, that could just be your cup, a little bit of handle, and really the DXYZ chart. I'm charting down here because I'm looking for a re-entry point. I had a bunch of it that I bought around here, I think. But this is just the tiny version. You go to the weekly chart, and this thing, it's really just, I think it could be just doing a retrace. By the way, DXYZ has what? It has like some SpaceX in it. So, you know, now everyone thinks that with the change in administration, SpaceX, they'll have like all they'll, you know, untie the one hand behind their back and let them just do their thing. So if we just got a simple 618% retracement of the all-time high of $105, that takes us to $68.33. After, you know, doing a 382, 236, 618, and 382 is right here at $45, back to 31, almost $32, and then $68. So lots and lots of opportunity for this to, you know, if it does this, then from just where price is today to the A top is 100%, 107% move, and to the C top is a 210% move. So DXYZ looks very bright indeed, almost as if it was going to the moon or something, or Mars. We're going to Mars.
Yeah, it does look bullish.
Yeah. So I would like to be able to, I was hoping we get, here, let me go back to the 15-minute chart. I was hoping it was like a high B and then regular C, but with the following the Ichimoku conversion line so closely right now, and there's no red here, it might just keep holding it. I might have to just bite the bullet and buy back in. You know, I can dollar cost average. I could just like take a half position now and then just go full on if it does go down here, and if not, just dump the rest of the half on top of it as it goes up. Look out for that potential cup and handle with DXYZ.
All right.
This.
Yeah, it does look like a cup and handle.
Yeah.
All right, very good. I see UAC in there. I'm going to jump to that. And UAC, according to my GAN, it's super bullish, very, very bullish. UEC, it's flipping that level to a support, right? 740. So as long as it's above 740, yeah, then I think it's just going to keep going. So maybe just try to build a base on top of this level, and then next targets, I see the 14s or the 18s above. And what I really want to point out is this Fibonacci extension here on linear scale to see if it can break that one level. I think it can get to 950 pretty quickly after 834. So watch that 834, the previous high over here. If that can really stay or get above it and flip it to a support, really, then I think $9-10 comes next. But the main thing for this to stay bullish is just stay above 740.
Yeah, I've liked UEC for a very long time. When I was back with ElliottWaveTraders.net, we did a ton of trading on UEC back in 2020, 2021. Yeah, UEC is great. Oh, let's see. I do have a UEC chart. Sorry, hang on a second. I just kind of talk about it just generally. UEC has completed its wave 1, wave 2 test back. The 382, now it's going to the 1382. Up here for $15.12 is my next target for UEC. So it's a buy now. It's a buy again. It kind of hit that 382 really fast. I was expecting it to have a little bit longer to buy it right back there, and no, I kind of missed a little bit. Missed about $1 of it. So that's for comparison, 87% higher to get to $15.12 from where it is right now. What else we got?
They're asking about CLSK. Do we know if that's trading yet or no?
I don't think it is. Let me just check. I can look at it right here on my trading account. So the CLSK thing, I looked at around, and it seems like most of the time when they have those T12 halts, it's because there's a merger and acquisition in the talks. But I saw another person on X say that they just had a huge volume of shares being bought in, and that triggered the halt.
Well, micro to macro, that guy on X, he was saying something about the last time he saw a T12 was with dry ships a long time ago, and afterwards it shot up 1,500%. So, I mean, I don't want you guys to get too excited or something, but it could be good news. Most of the time, I think it's good news, but it could also be bad. So just be prepared. But I think the chart looks great, though. The chart looks great for continuation. So it looks like it's kind of set up for good news. It really does.
Let me just show you my CLSK. Let's look at your CLSK. My target is $25 next. So from where it last closed, that's a 87% move higher to the 76.4. How about you, Matt? What's your? I know you got a longer term.
Well, all I care about is 1370, flipping that to support, and that's the resistance of the week. I want to see it above 1370, and if it gets above that, then I'll be super bullish again.
Yeah, we had a wick right up to 1370 or 1380. Looks like.
Yeah, but it didn't close above it. But today is the last day of the week, and on news too. So this has a great potential to close above my level, which then would mean the chart becomes really, really bullish once again. So that's what I'm looking at.
Indeed.
But I know you wanted to talk about CONL and coin, so let's go.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've messed around with my CONL a lot. I guess we should do coin first. Coin just looks fantastic. Just ran right back up here to recapture this level at 254.08, and I see it as heading. It's in wave 2 is complete. They kind of already did a extended wider flat. It wasn't really that extended actually. It's a big oscillation ahead of this move. But yeah, 366.66 is my target higher. From where we are right now, that is another 42% higher, which should equate to about 84% higher on CONL. So let's see what that looks like. Here I'm getting the wrong thing. Give me that right there. That's 46, and there is 63. Oh, 80. Did I say 86 or 84? There's 84. That's 93%. Maybe I've got, maybe it really is going to go to this 2618. That's 75% higher, or even this 2764. So maybe I should move this up. The next one is 3520. Would be my next CONL target. I don't know. I guess because it depends on how fast it gets there. If it takes a while it can take a little steam out of it because it's the 2x ETF based off of a bunch of a portfolio of options.
Oh yeah.
But gosh, that rip up that we just had was fantastic.
Yeah, from 22 to plus 40. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show my coin chart, and actually
Please.
wanted to
I want
show
to see
you
your coin chart.
just the linear scale here. And the all-time high to the low, if people think that it's slowing down, it might not, right? It
Yeah.
might just want to go to the 618, the 277.51 straight up. So people that are selling, hoping for a buyback, this kind of means maybe CONL, maybe even coin might want to continue running to the 618 where it got up here before any pullback. But it could pull back, right? It could also go back to 230, right? So we don't know. But the big event is it's finally a bullish engulfing candle back above this 50% level, 230.55. So this is really bullish, and I think what this really implies is that it's finally going to be building bases at a higher level, and it's really going to start accelerating higher and higher. So whether it goes to the 277 or wants to retrace back to the 230, it doesn't really matter. But I think people that are trying to take profits to buy back lower, they might not let you back in. It might just go straight up to the 270s, maybe even wick above to the 280s and just continue. So the move is very powerful, but ultimately it's going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin pulls back to 73, then yeah, coin might go back to 230. But if Bitcoin doesn't want to pull back at all, then goodbye coin. Nobody's getting back. So that's what we got to watch. Got to watch Bitcoin to see if it's going to go to 80 or 73 next.
I know. So tricky. Let's see what else we have for requests.
I see.
Oh, just real quick. Fat Shin he does say that 10% of DXYZ is in SpaceX.
Oh, okay.
It's not like 100% or anything like that.
No. I do see a request for SMCI. People are talking about it, and always people are worried about it. But I was saying this level had a high potential of holding, and pre-market it is up 2650. So, and what is 2650? We'll zoom in. Oh wow, it's above my angle again. So guess what? If this closes the week back above that angle, then there's really no damage done. Besides this damage right here, of course. But there's really no damage. And there's really no damage of this weekly candle. It just went back down to wick through support that has never really wicked through before. The 200-week moving average. That's a first hit. So if it closes back above this angle and then starts to build a base on top of this angle again, then guess what? It can go back to the 30s quite easily, back to conversion line here, possibly even back up to the blue angle again around 40. So this has potential as long as it's not the next Enron. So I think what we're really seeing is a possibility of this being a very strong bottom and could have a big explosive move back into the mid 30s pretty easily if this angle can hold. So that's what I'm watching. I'm watching basically 2620 just today, 2620, and I think it could be good to go.
Man, that is a power move. When you see a chart run just absolutely run back to the 200 moving average, it's testing back for support before it makes a big move up. Like on any time scale, if you see it run to the 200 moving average from above and that holds, then, oh my God, that's usually SMCI could just go crazy. In fact, let me show you.
This wick is like super bullish actually. If it continues this today, like if it does, if it ends up reversing and closes back below today, then that's not bullish. But if this is a huge wick with a green candle above the angle, that's bullish for continuation. Yeah.
Show my chart real quick, and I'll show you my SMCI. So, again, just a simple retrace back from the low we just hit down here at $20.20 to the all-time high of $122.90. 382,236,618 takes us right back to $83.67 from where price closed yesterday. That is just about a 222% move. So 222% move to the wave C. And of course, that just becomes like your wave start, wave one, pulls back, wave two, and then it builds on from there. Just to get to the A, if it comes up to the A level and then falls apart, you could still get 130% high gain from where it is closed yesterday to 59.43. So I'm going to be trading this ABC for sure.
Yeah, so it has potential. I mean, I already bought under 26. I didn't add in the low 20s, like when it hit the 20, 21, 22, because I was just waiting to see. But now that I see it back above 26 and the potential to close above it this week. So this is a bullish development finally for SMCI. And a lot of times price does gravitate to the path of least resistance. And regardless of news, I think that was looking like the path and it just accelerated it. And that is actually looking closer to what could be a V bottom.
Yeah, and I just want to say, when I was pulling back and trimming cash yesterday from all sorts of different positions, I added to SMCI yesterday. I doubled my position from 500 shares to 1,000 shares. So I've got
Oh, nice.
$25,000 worth of SMCI right now. And I'm kind of thinking if we do get that higher close today, probably I might double it again.
Yeah, I mean, the potential for that wick to be very powerful reversal is there.
Absolutely. And
And what
yeah,
else?
look, same thing. Here's my weekly chart. Moving
Yeah.
average 200. It just, it hasn't touched it forever.
Yeah, so it's a good first touch. Very good first touch.
This could be because it's like, I don't know, they go into like some kind of crazy, maybe they're going to be producing components for the next wave of quantum computers. And they finally get that technology figured out in a few years from now.
Yeah. And I'm gonna, speaking of like the 200 week moving average, let's flip to Crocs real quick, and I want to show you the exact opposite. Crocs went down to the 200 in a hurry, and it flipped it to a resistance. So,
oh my God, no!
This is something that is the exact opposite of SMCI. So SMCI, they had terrible news, but the chart looks fine. Crocs, on the other hand, yeah, the news is not that great, I guess, but chart looks worse. So because the chart looks worse, and it even flipped the 618 to support, so we got multiple levels flipped to resistance, and that 108 looks like it might be a strong resistance. So I'm going to target 92. Like, this is the only place that I would be interested in this stock, because nothing else really makes sense right now. So 92 is my target.
I'm so sorry. It's an easy look back. You just look back along that 50% fib level, and you can see all those wicks that were support.
Yeah.
Support, and
right
then,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so SMCI, healthy bounce off the 200. Crocs was a breakdown, and it back tested it as resistance and broke down further for downward continuation. So this is bearish, term bearish, right? But the high time frame, still from the bottom, it's still making higher lows. This is still a higher low for here, so it's still fine. But my target is the low 90s. I don't really see any bullish reversal coming soon.
Yeah, SMCI, they could have dropped. It could have been a high bounce ball, but it looks like Crocs. It might have been a bunker buster, where it tunnels under the ground and then explodes.
Yeah. So nobody likes their shoes anymore, huh?
I still wear mine everywhere, but they're not very fashionable looking. They're just comfortable.
All right. So next is MicroStrategy. So I've been telling Patreon members about this 281. It's got hit yesterday. So this is the next resistance spot for MicroStrategy, 281.91. And it's really got to break that in order for a continuation to 300. So we'll see how price reacts when it gets there, if it gets there. But what I'm really noticing, and what I found out on a lot of the miners yesterday, is they're really wicking through resistance right now for a weekly candle close. So I'm really going to watch all the miners to see how they close the week. Even MicroStrategy, I'm going to watch how it closes today as well. Because if they close their candles above the resistance levels I'm watching, then it could be very bullish for everything. But if they all wick above and close below today, then there might be a correction in Bitcoin coming. So I'm really going to focus on that for the Patreon subscribers. So that's what I'm looking out for today. Do you have a MicroStrategy chart?
I do. My MicroStrategy chart, I'm targeting the 100% fib extension, which is $300.58. And one of these is, I'm not going to worry about it right now. But I want to call your attention also to these pivot points. The monthly R1 pivot is 289.25. It's possible that sometime before the end of the month, it could test that 289.25, and then test back to one of these weekly pivots. Let's see. This weekly pivot, we didn't quite get there. It was 283.14. Weekly support was the R1. You can see right now, prices, it was sandwiched yesterday between that weekly R1 and didn't quite get to the R2. But maybe, if it can hold the daily pivots down here, the daily R1's there. If you can get over the daily R2 right here at 272.41 and make that support, then we could be at the weekly R2 by, if not today, then we'll just see where it is next week. But this R1 of 289.25 will be the R1 all month long. I'm not looking for a pullback yet on MicroStrategy, but it seems like if Bitcoin fell over, this would fall over back to the R1. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, like I said, all the miners are like wicking above their resistance levels basically right now. So I really want to see how they close today. If they continue into strength or if they get faded into the close. So we're really going to watch out for that.
Yeah, look at this weekly Ichimoku, the baseline, the conversion line. We're kind of real close here, and the price is just way off the conversion line baseline, like way higher. These haven't had a chance to catch up yet. Even on the daily chart, it did kind of drop through the conversion line briefly. Didn't even touch the baseline, or at least not. Let me just look at the 8-hour chart. I can't tell if it ever had a wick down there, but we're back over the conversion line again. So it's still doing a nice bullish run. MicroStrategy. It touched this a monthly pivot right here at 223.14, and then just kept going after that. So again, like I said, this 289.25 is sort of a magnet for price next after finding support at the monthly pivot, unless the whole thing falls over to make a sort of extended wider whatever from here. But I think I like 289.25 for MicroStrategy.
Okay. Well, I think we got time for one more, so go ahead and choose it.
Oh, let's see. Let's do IONQ. It was the last. I'm sorry. I know it was the last request, but this is one where I had a big position at 2, and I sold it right here about 17.59. And it just went. It kept going yesterday. This is the daily. This is yesterday's daily candle. So again, it could be headed for this monthly R2 at 23.95, which is very close to my 100% fib extension level. With a pullback. See, I was targeting 764.382, but maybe it does 100 and then 50, and then it would go to 200, then back to 150. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That is crazy. Maybe I should do the 1618. Let's be more conservative. But yeah, IONQ looks really great. It's not. I think it's going to have to pull back a little bit at some point here. So let's see if we can get to the monthly R2 of 23.95 plus a little bit more from excitement, and that pulls back to 15.50, maybe 17.69. There's a big sell block going right now. This is this red block is a sell order block that I guess price is sort of in the middle of right now. Here's where price is. Its price is below in pre-market. It's at 21.43. So to keep that sell block, it'll be kind of hard to get up there. Yeah, watch 17.69 as a potential buyback endpoint. In fact, I'm going to put an alert right there.
All right. I think that's all the time I got for today. So just be on the lookout for my Tesla and Palantir weekly update on X and YouTube later today. So that's all I got.
All right, I got an AMD, please, AMD, please, AMD, please. So just AMD. We like AMD, right, Matt?
Yeah, I like it above like this level. I want it to close the candles above like 149. That's all I want.
I'm targeting like 318 for it now. Maybe like I had 298, but I think 318.06 for AMD. So it's just getting started. It's just pulling itself out of this wave too. So AMD, fantastic. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching us this morning. And I'm going to be next. I'm going to be in Matt's Patreon show. So if you guys are one of his Patreon subscribers, you can get more of me there. And I'll just do little updates on X throughout the day.
All right, guys. And we'll see you Monday.
All right. Happy weekend, everybody. See you back here Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. again.
Bye-bye.